Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Snarky Ninja Plays. I appreciate anybody watching this video. Returning viewers or new viewers, welcome. I really do appreciate it. Today, as you're watching this video, later this afternoon in a few hours, there will be a new 7-star starter raid event in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let's go ahead and jump into the details and also a couple of counter options you could do in the raid. All right, so here we are at the Pokemon event webpage. The link to this website will be down in the description. But as you can see, as soon as you open it, you'll see the event right there, smack dab in the middle, top of the list. So you go ahead and click it. All right, so what are the details here? So again, you can catch an Incineroar with the Mightiest Mark. It'll be appearing Thursday, September 5th through Sunday, September 8th, 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, start and end times. And then also again from Thursday, September 12th to September 15th at again 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And it will be a Dark Tera type. And again, it is a Mightiest Mark, so don't expect this to be easy at all. 7-star raids regardless. They are level 100s. And it's a Mightiest Mark. It'll probably have good IVs. Like, this is not going to be an easy battle at all. But then on Thursday, September 12th, so the second weekend of the event, to Sunday, September 15th, Blissies will be appearing in 5-star Terra Raid battles, which will be very useful if you're struggling to beat this raid. You can use Terra Shards to help change your Terra types for different Pokemon to try to figure out maybe how you can counter it. And then you also get XP candies, so if you're not using a level 100 in the raids to start with, in the second weekend, hopefully you can get some Blissies and get the candies you need to level it up to 100 to help give yourself a better chance. And again, the event schedule, Thursday the 5th to Sunday, September 8th. And again, the following weekend, Thursday 12th to September 15th. And start time 5 p.m., end times at 4:59 p.m. And then it'll have the same markability and moves regardless of when it is caught during the event. And again, also you'll see 5-star Terra Raid Blissies. So that's the kind of the basic information for this event. But then now, what are abilities or stats of Incineroar? Then also, what would be good counters? So go ahead and jump over to this website, which again will be linked down in the description. But the ability you can expect will be Intimidate. So to start off a battle, instantly your attack is reduced as soon as this battle starts. Okay, and then here's your other stats as well. 95 HP, 115 attack, 90 defense, 80 special attack, 90 special defense, and 60 speed. So there's your stats, but then what sort of moves could you expect from Incineroar? Well, first, its signature move, Darkest Lariat, which is a dark type move. Then you have Flare Blitz, which is of course fire, Parting Shot, which is dark, Iron Head, which is steel, Close Combat, which is fighting, Lash Out, dark, Fire Fang, fire, and lastly, Throat Chop, dark. And then, of course, being a raid boss, especially being a 7-star raid boss, expect this to focus mainly on stab moves, so dark and fighting moves. And then, of course, it does have access to fighting steel, normal, and ground for coverage. That's interesting. And of course, it is a great physical attacker with 115 attack. And so, Throat Chop, Fire Fang, Flare Blitz, and Darkest Lariat are physical moves, so those attacks especially are going to be hitting you with some serious damage. And let's see. Then, yeah, between fighting a regular Incineroar and this Tera Raid, you won't really notice much of a difference because, again, Incineroar is already a fire dark type Pokemon, so then you give it a dark type Tera type. It's going to be using the same moves it would in typical battle, anyways. But then it'll be weak against fighting, bug, and fairy, but it'll also be immune to psychic. Alright, so based on all this information, what might be some of the best counters to use? So this website lists 3 different ones. The first is Kamo, which that's a pseudo legendary, and with these type of moves it's about to mention, you'd see why. So first it recommends to be holding Shell Bell, so that way you can recover HP anytime you do damage to Incineroar. But Komodo has the soundproof ability to give it immunity to sound based moves like Parting Shot. So Parting Shot is nulled because of this ability here. And Komodo has access to Rain Dance. So you can start your first move right off the bat can be Rain Dance to help lower Incineroar's fire type attacks. And then, of course, after like 5 turns or whenever Rain Dance expires, you can follow it up again to keep Incineroar's fire type damage as low as you can. And then you want to have Iron Defense to help increase your defense. And then, of course, Akamo also has access to Screech to help lower Incineroar's stats. And then you'll want to use Body Press because Body Press does more damage with higher defense stats. So use Iron Defense once, twice, maybe even 3 times. Then you use Body Press, and you'll be doing a lot more damage with Body Press. So again, it wants Komodo with Body Press, Iron Defense, Rain Dance, and Screech with the ability Soundproof, holding a Shell Bell, and a fighting Tera type. Alright, so that's your first option. What's the second option? Well, that's going to be Dash Bun, and here's why. Dash Bun can have the Well Baked Body ability, which makes Dash Bun take 0 damage from all fire type moves. But not only that, it'll actually increase your defense stats. So if Incineroar does happen to use fire types, tries to use fire type against Dash Bun, it won't do any damage at all, and it will actually increase your defense. And then with the higher defense, as I mentioned earlier, Body Press will do more damage. But then on top of that, Dash Bun has access to Protect and Misty Terrain to help reduce damage to your team. But then also Charm to help lower Incineroar's attack stat. So for Dash Bun, again, it recommends Body Press, Charm, Protect, and Misty Terrain with the ability Well Baked Body, also holding a Shell Bell, and this time you want the Tera type of Fairy. Lastly, Archelodon, which is a great Steel and Dragon type Pokemon. It can have the Stamina ability, so each time it gets hit by its opponent, the actually more resistance it builds up because it'll raise its defense stat every time it gets hit. Plus, you can use Iron Defense on top of that to increase your defense stat even more. And then again, remember doing that then increases Body Press. So with Archelodon, you could very quickly build your defense stat and then use that to do more damage with Body Press. Then you also get Reflect to help reduce damage taken from physical moves for 5 turns. And you also get Breaking Swipe, which will reduce Incineroar's attack stat. So for Archelodon, again, it recommends Body Press, Breaking Swipe, Iron Defense, Reflect, with ability Stamina, also holding a Shell Bell, with Tera type Fighting. So, based on that, so here are your 3 options. And I'll actually be streaming later today, the day you're watching this video, September 5th, probably either starting at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Central Time. Probably at this point, you'll see a text on your screen to let you know which one of those I've decided on based on that. But in this stream, I will be testing out these 3 builds. If you want to see that live, you're more than welcome to join. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you just want to lurk, that's totally fine. But I'll be doing that later tonight. And then also later, I'll be doing an edited video that'll help determine to provide further information on how it went using all 3 of these and which one of these I would recommend above the others. And so yeah, I hope to help you guys out a little bit with this raid. But again, if you enjoy this content, if you appreciate the information or have some more builds you might have in mind for this raid event, feel free to throw it below. And I might be even, I might be willing to try those out as well if I already have those Pokemon. But I will be building these tonight, so that the way later today, when you're watching this, once this event starts, I'll have these 3 Pokemon to go ahead and actually try to use, and just gonna give you guys some information later on how those go. Well, all right. Well, anyways, I'm very excited for this event. Again, a Mightiest Mark starter Incineroar is really awesome, and there's going to be a lot of options, I think, on top of these 3 that you could use. But again, yeah, I'm excited for this event. I'm ready to get it started. We'll have 2 weekends to do it. Plus, we'll get Blissey's back again to get all kinds of Tera Tera shards and XP candies to help build, make other builds for other raids in the future. So that'd be really nice as well. But cool. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. And again, I hope you got information that you needed. And I hope you guys watch the next one.